How's it going, folks? Another El Clasico awaits us already on January 14th. Share your predictions in the comments down below, leave a like to this episode, and we'll begin. Let's get the show on the pitch. Chelsea have officially confirmed the early termination of David Datro Fofana's loan spell at Union Berlin. He is expected to be sent on loan to Burnley. Centre-back Radu Gradusin has swapped Genoa for Tottenham Hotspur for €25 million plus bonuses. The player has penned a contract which runs for 6 years. Earlier, the Romanian player's agent had confirmed that he turned down Bayern Munich's offer. Arsenal are willing to make a £22 million bid for Getafe's Borja Mayoral, who is currently one of La Liga's top goal scorers. Al Ittihad had opened talks regarding the transfer of Atletico Madrid striker Angel Correa. If he ends up moving to Saudi Arabia, Los Colchoneros will try to acquire Atlanta United star Thiago Almada. I have a terminal form of cancer. At best, I have another year left. At worst, even less. The doctors don't know how long I've been sick. Maybe a month, maybe a year. Shared Sven-Göran Eriksson, former coach of England, Lazio, AS Roma, Man City, Sampdoria and Leicester City. Bayern Munich will not sign Fulham defensive midfielder João Palhinha this month. The club considers his price tag too high and also understands that earlier Rafael Guerreiro or Air Dyer could be used at his position instead. Chelsea are keeping tabs on young Brighton Hove Albion striker Evan Ferguson. The pensioners see him as a team's first choice forward for many years to come. Napoli are considering a loan move for Bournemouth central midfielder Hamed Traoré, who previously played in Serie A for Sassuolo and Empoli. Leonardo Bonucci has left Union Berlin as a free agent and inked a 6-month contract with Fenerbahce. After Kepa's performance in the clash against Atletico Madrid, 5-3, Real Madrid's coaching staff decided that Andre Lunin should be the first choice in goal for the Spanish Super Cup final, as well as La Liga and Champions League games. Anthony Martial has rejected offers from Fenerbahce, Olympique Marseille, and a club from Saudi Arabia. He wants to stay at Man United for the remainder of the season. My thing was never to leave City. That was not my intention. I wanted to go on loan for a year, come back, and be ready for the first team. But they said I can't go on loan. Like, you either stay or you get sold. So then Chelsea rang me. I said, I want to go to Chelsea. And I'm really happy to be here and very glad I made the decision to come here, Cole Palmer revealed. Erik ten Hag will call on Manchester United to recruit Ajax top goalscorer Brian Brobby in the summer. Aston Villa could pay €80 million for Real Sociedad striker Martin Zubimendi, who has previously been linked with a move to Barcelona and Arsenal. Juventus are seriously considering joining Napoli in the race for Udinese attacking midfielder Lazar Samardzic. Manchester United's young central midfielder Hannibal Mejbri is close to joining Sevilla on loan deal. Barcelona are heavily linked with 17-year-old Djurgården prodigy Lucas Bergwijn. Eintracht and Eintracht Frankfurt have offered €10 million for his services, though the centre-back wants to represent Barca only. Barcelona winger Rafinha left the field injured in their win over Osasuna in the semi-final of the Spanish Super Cup. He was substituted by Lamine Yamal at the end of the first half. Wolverhampton Wanderers have no intention to sell their captain, Max Kilman, despite strong interest from West Ham United. Napoli increased Victor Osimhen's contract, but Ficha wouldn't accept the transfer to Saudi even if he offered him €1 billion. For example, he would probably agree to play for Real Madrid, Bayern Munich or Manchester City. Havicha has different desires and goals. He wants to succeed and he is already achieving it, Kvaratskhelia agent Mamuka Djugeli told. Villarreal-owned Everton winger Arnaud Danjuma has agreed personal terms with Olympique Lyon. Brentford have completed the signing of 18-year-old defensive midfielder Yunus Emre Konak from Sivasspor for €4.5 million. Union Berlin have bought Hoffenheim centre-back Kevin Vogt, who is meant to replace Leonardo Bonucci in the squad. The new 360-degree screen is being tested at the Santiago Bernabeu. Genoa have signed Tottenham right-back Jet Spence on loan deal with the buy option clause included in the agreement. Lamine Yamal is the youngest player in the history of the Spanish Super Cup. At the time of entering the pitch, he was 16 years and 182 days old. The Final Four of the Portuguese League Cup will take place in Saudi Arabia. The semi-finals are scheduled for January 24th and 25th. Braga will face Sporting and Benfica will battle Estoril. Already this month, Juventus are keen on securing the services of Atalanta defensive midfielder Ederson. Lyon have bought 18-year-old winger Malik Fofana from Ghent for €17 million plus €5 million in add-ons. The national team of Gambia, which was on their way to the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast, almost died on the plane due to lack of oxygen. But luckily, the pilots managed to make an emergency landing. Footballers claim that they could have been poisoned by carbon monoxide. Benfica attacking midfielder Chiquinho will join Olympiacos as a free agent this summer. Valentin Barco has already passed the medical ahead of his move to Brighton, while the English side has activated his release clause valued at €10 million. Rade Krunic, AC Milan's defensive midfielder, will soon join Fenerbahce. Both clubs have already agreed on all contract details. Barcelona had a very difficult first half against Osasuna, who came up with interesting attacking attempts and even came close to opening the scoring. However, the Catalans still managed to outclass their opponents. In the 59th minute, Robert Lewandowski made the full use of his chance in Los Regios penalty box and sent the ball straight into the net. And at the 90+3rd, Lamine Yamal successfully landed a similar strike. Alright, we are moving on to the main news of the release. Jadon Sancho has officially become a Borussia Dortmund player once again. The German club loaned the 23-year-old Englishman for €4 million and also took over part of his wages. There is no buy option clause included in the deal. The Englishman has taken the team's number 10 shirt. Jadon Sancho has not appeared on a pitch since August 26th, when he appeared as a substitute in a game against Nottingham Forest 3-2. He had a dispute with the team's head coach Erik ten Hag and thus was suspended from training sessions with the main roster. Sancho played for Borussia Dortmund for 4 years, starting his journey back in the summer of 2017. He has 50 goals and 64 assists in 137 appearances for the Hornets. Earlier on, the legend of Real Madrid, Toni Kroos, strongly criticized Saudi Arabia for the lack of basic human rights, as well as the attitude towards LGBT people. Besides, the German spoke negatively about the whole idea of holding Spanish Super Cup fixtures in Saudi Arabia. The local fans remembered it well and therefore greeted Kroos with whistling every time he touched the ball throughout the game against Atletico Madrid. Nevertheless, everyone was shocked by Kroos's reaction on the X social network. "That was fun today. Amazing crowd," he wrote. The all-star group of Barcelona players continues to grow at Inter Miami. The famous Philippe Coutinho may become the next former Catalans representative who will end up at this MLS club. Aston Villa are still owning his rights, but the Brazilian is playing on loan at Al Duhail SC. Inter Miami, who are looking for a creative attacking midfielder for the next campaign, are very keen on his acquisition. His candidacy is also supported by his former Barca teammates. Real Madrid have decided on an alternative option in case they fail to acquire Kylian Mbappe. The Spanish super club will then make Victor Osimhen, last season's top scorer of Serie A, their main target. The Nigerian has recently renewed his contract with Napoli until the summer of 2026 with a release clause worth €120 million. Real Madrid are satisfied with such a price tag for the forward. Osimhen is also dissatisfied with Napoli's position in the Serie A standings. The Parthenopeans are currently occupying 9th place in the table. Among other things, he got into a conflict with the agent of another Napoli star, Ivica Kvaratskhelia. Chelsea management has recently met with Mauricio Pochettino after the defeat against Middlesbrough 1-0 in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. It's reported that at the meeting, the Argentine was made aware that his position in charge of the Blues seems rather shaky. The club will look for a new manager in case the club fails to qualify for European competitions. Even promotion to the Conference League is believed to be an improvement over Chelsea's 12th placed finish last season. As of this moment, the pensioners are 11th on the Premier League table. Kylian Mbappe must first inform PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi of the decision he will make regarding his future as part of a deal with Ligue 1 champions. Mbappe will be out of PSG contract at the end of the 2023-24 campaign, but he and his camp insist he has not yet decided whether he will stay at Parc des Princes or quit this summer. In any case, PSG are calm about the Mbappe situation because if the Frenchman quits the Red and Blues, he will lose €80 million. He already lost $40 million in loyalty bonus after he turned down the option to extend his contract for another season. After the clash against Atletico Madrid 5-3, Florentino Perez was giving out autographs to fans. One of them asked the Real Madrid chairman to eventually sign Kylian Mbappe. The following dialogue took place between them. Real Madrid fan: "You are the best president. Please, we want Kylian Mbappe." Florentina Perez. Yes, I agree with you. Earlier on, RMC Sport reported that Mbappe has decided on a transfer to Real Madrid. Guys, that's it for now. Check out suggested videos from our other projects. The Football News channel was with you. Take care, and we wish you all the best. Bye bye, and see you in a bit.